Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter O'Brien, and welcome to the Risoli Nation's Men's Zoom call. Obviously, I want to thank Claire Risoli for allowing us to do this and get on this and share our message with as many people as we possibly can. I said I'm Peter O'Brien, along with my wife, Dinah O'Brien, who's maybe somewhere in the background here. We are independent consultants, area managers, and we do work our business together. I'm a wealth manager during the day, and I call it a wealth creator with Arbonne at night. So we do both ends of the spectrum in the wealth business. And I'm always truly humbled and excited to be here because we have some great guest speakers all the time. Bill has been on before. We've had Trevor Cavelli, obviously Clark Harrison, Luke Huntington, Mark Hayford, Kurt Swick. And by the way, Mark Hayford will be here next week. Kurt Swick has been on, Chris Weilert, Ryan Crane, and on and on. Jordan Nussbaum was another one that we had. And, you know, we just always have one great speaker after another. So we hope you come back week after week, same time, same station. And what I love about doing the men's call is that, you know, we may not all know each other when we come on a call like this. And this may be something you're seeing after the fact by video. So we don't know each other, but we do know something about each other, and that is we share the same values, we share the same goals and common beliefs, and we all at the end of the day want the same things, which is more freedom, more time freedom, more financial freedom, more choices in our life, and anyone in this business wants to make a difference in the lives of others, because you don't do this business unless you truly have that in your heart. And so we all share those common values, and I'm just humbled to be a part of that. So tonight we have a special guest that has been on before. I'll let Bill go through all that he has done, but it's an extensive list of accomplishments and achievements that he's had, and so I'll let him go through that. But Bill, I just want to say thank you again for jumping on here kind of last minute. Appreciate you doing that, and I'll let you take it away.
No, thank you. It's always my pleasure to do these things. I think I learn more from them than I teach, but that's being a teacher. I've learned that as being a teacher. All right, so I've been in Arbonne about a year and a half. My wife has done it for about 4.5 years, and I joined when I saw that there was a terrific opportunity for men, and I also like the concept of having financial freedom, which is what this offers. And as my profession, that I've lived to tell about it, is I'm a television writer producer. And I've been that for 30 years, maybe even more. I started in New York in advertising and moved out to LA to get into show business. And either fortunately or unfortunately, I was able to manage that. And so that's what I've been doing. And then about 4 or 5 years ago, when my wife got into Arbonne, I discovered how great that was. And so I decided that, you know what, it's all fun. It really is. And certainly being in show business, I have been able to inure myself to rejection. It's something that goes with the territory if ever you do Arbonne. And I encourage anybody who sees this or listens to me to think about doing Arbonne, because all it is talking to people and having them say no to you until you find the people who say yes, which is exactly what I do in show business. It's no different whether you have a script, you have this, or you have what. It doesn't matter. You're looking for the person who's going to jump on board and say, tell me more about that, or give me more information, or you know what, that sounds good, or you know, I want part of that. That's all you're interested in. You're never going to get 100%, and rejection is part of the game, saying no is part of the game, so laugh it off. So that being said, I will tell you, first of all, I'll share my screen with you to show you that this is basically what I'm doing now. I'm teaching at UCLA online. I live in cyberspace. I love the internet. The internet has changed the entertainment industry. The internet is what's really powering Arbonne now. And so I write my own scripts. I just finished my pilot. And then I help other people with their own projects. I wrote a book on writing TV pilots called Automatic Pilot, which is part of the course that I teach at UCLA. And, oh, by the way, I also do Arbonne. And it's really great fun. And also, besides being great fun, And besides meeting great people, I also make some money at it. And that's the thing. In entertainment, I know about residual income, and Arbonne is residual income, which is what I'll get into later on. So that being said, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to pull up my presentation. And so that we have a Natalie joining us. Okay. Hi, I see the top of your head now. It's okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, now, so let me share the presentation. Here we go. Natalie, you just joined. I just told you a little bit about myself, which is really the entertainment business, which is a whole lot of thing. Natalie, could you mute yourself, please? Yeah, thank you. That really does help. Okay, so here we go. Let me first tell you a little bit about Arbonne as a company, and then I'm going to tell you about the other things that I love about Arbonne, which is the fact that it's great products, but it's also got a great business model, and that's really what's important to me. So let me get a slide view here so you don't have to see all the other stuff. Well, I'll figure that out later. Anyway, so Arbonne basically is, I call it a 40-year-old company because it has been around that long, because that's where the founder, Peter Mork, decided, he's a botanist in Switzerland, and, ooh, Margaret, Margaret, welcome. Can we see you and not hear you? There we go. Thank you. So let me get back to it. So Arbonne is 40 years old. Peter Mork started it. He wanted to come up with a formula for skincare products. Healthy. He knew what was in them. He was before his time. And he wanted to come up with stuff that was pure, safe, and beneficial, no toxins or anything like that. And it was really just to really help people absorb into their bodies what's healthy for them. And also at the same time, give women a chance to make some money by going direct selling and not doing it retail, which also meant that the product could be better because he didn't have to do it retail. And then it came to the United States, and it was in the United States from about, I'd say 1980 till now, obviously, but that was the first market because he realized that's the largest universe. But then it started globalizing. And by globalizing, it went all the way to Canada in 2006. And then it went to England and New Zealand. It got a new CEO, Kay. She just got married, and I don't know her last name, but she's terrific. And she's really powered the globalization of Arbonne, which means it's a clean slate. Every time you go into a new country, it's a clean slate. And went into Poland, went into New Zealand, and now we just went into Taiwan, which is the gateway to Asia. But I don't want to spend too much time on the history because I know time is valuable. So here we go. They have a wide range. It started as skincare 40 years ago, 35 years ago. And over time, it's developed a line that's for everybody, literally everybody, from babies to baby boomers. So they have skincare for men, they have skincare for women, they have baby care. The thing that really got me interested, not so much the skincare that I wanted to join. I let my wife take care of that, and the makeup she also takes care of. But I love the fact that they have the nutritional program. They have a 30-day program, which I'll get into a little bit more later. And they also they came out about a year and a half ago with an exercise supplements for before, after, and during, which I just love. And I felt that was a way for me to talk to men about it. And there's no question, this was a female-centric company up until a few years ago. It would be very difficult to attract men to doing the business. Maybe they'd use the product, but doing the business, it was a different thing. And I know when my wife first started and I heard about it, I promised her, all right, I'll support you because I believe in it and I believe in her. And I said, I'll buy a shampoo. I bought a shampoo. 4 years later, I can honestly tell you, and she will attest to it, I use more products than she does. Because everything I try is just fantastic. And this is the thing that is on now that really caught my interest about a year and a half ago. It's going to go past December 15th. But this is what they call a 30-day, the 30-day guide to healthy living. that you can go on a 30-day regimen to detox your body, to cleanse your body. In the process of doing that, you also lose weight. This is a fantastic program. It is unbelievable, and they have websites and Facebook pages that support you every step of the way. And I suggest that whether you do the business or don't do the business, you think about doing the 30-day guide to healthy living, because you will be doing yourself a favor. Only now they have a special on between till January 15th, but it'll be long after that they'll have the program. And there's never been a better time to buy the program. And so the reason I love the business, the network marketing business, which I knew nothing about when I first started, when I first heard about this 4 years ago, when somebody talked to me about network marketing, it's like everybody else. Your ears go up and your skepticism goes up, and you go and you say, oh, what is that? Network marketing. Oh, yeah. Isn't that illegal? No, it's not. It's a perfectly legitimate distribution system that's made even more legitimate by the growth of the internet. Because as we know, brick and mortar is struggling, internet is exploding. I teach online, it's exploding. The campus classes are being cut back. And so this is what it is. It's just simply, it goes right from the manufacturer through somebody like me, an Arbonne consultant, to the consumer. I mean, think of Amazon, except Amazon's not a manufacturer, but Amazon, you order it, it gets delivered to your door. In traditional retail, you have the manufacturer, then you have the wholesaler, then you have the warehouse, then you have the sales force and the retailer and the store and everybody else, and somebody on street corners handing out samples and everything. And through all those steps, somebody's got to make some money, which means by the time you get to the consumer, what started out as the price here is 3 or 4 times the price here. So you will not get a better product for a cheaper price going the retail way. Whereas in the network marketing way, you just start with the manufacturer. It costs whatever it costs. It goes through the independent consultant, cutting out all these profit centers, and then the consumer gets it delivered, shipped to their door, nothing else done. So it really is a very effective distribution model. And there's product involved. So it means something. You can use the product and not do the business. That's up to you. But if you're going to tell somebody or share it with somebody, you might as well do the business. So what happens is you wind up with a higher end product at a lower price. Whereas here, you wind up with a lower end product at a higher price. So that's the reason that network marketing can be so effective in giving you quality products for less. And the compensation plan that's in the network marketing business, and it's with Arbonne. We've looked at several. We've looked at other network marketing systems. Quite frankly, Arbonne is not the only network marketing company. There are thousands and thousands of them now jumping on board. But when you look at it, and you look at Arbonne, and you look at their commission schedule and their business model and their ethics and the fact that they've been around 35 and 40 years and the products they make are so pure and safe and beneficial, you go, you know what? This is the best of the best. So the compensation plan is very simple. You can make money off straight commissions, selling product. Then you get what's called overrides. And it took me about 6 months to find out what I really understood about this. Overrides is simply this. As I train somebody, and as you train somebody, and as you get other people to do the same thing that you're doing, all right, because you like what you're doing and you want to refer it to people, and you want them to try it, and you want them to share it with others, you will get a commission of what these other people do that you brought into the company and that you also helped spend time training, so you get paid by Arbonne for that. And then when you need a certain volume level, which we will go into later, they also have what's called the Mercedes Cash Bonus Program. And that's for regional vice presidents, which is only the 3rd level, and there's only 4 levels in the company. And what happens with that is they don't give you a Mercedes. They don't tell you what to get. They don't suggest anything to you. The only thing they tell you is mandatory is that it has to be white. It has to be a Mercedes. I think we can suffer through those too. And then they give you $800 a month to give to that program. So you can lease what you want. You can buy what you want. It could be new. It could be used. It could be anything. It could be a hand-me-down from your brother-in-law. It doesn't matter. You will get $800 for that. And if it happens to be that the lease or the payment is $300, $400, $500, you keep $300 or use the $300 for insurance or gas or vacation, whatever. Then on top of that, they have cash bonuses and rewards at every level of management based on the sales, not of you, but by your team as well. And you can't do this without a team. I can't make a show without a team. I don't know anything that I can do without a team. As a matter of fact, I remember asking somebody, this is a sidebar, and I'll just take time to say that how much can one person do, even if that one person is president? And they said nothing. You really need a team. So this is the 4 levels of compensation. You have these titles, quite frankly, mean nothing geographic, absolutely nothing geographic. They are just arbitrary in that sense, and somebody can explain it to me at some point. We all enter as consultants. The first level is district manager. The average monthly income in district manager is between $250 and $1,500, but there's always a plus sign after that because it's all performance-based. And you can reach that in 1 to 5 months, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, but it doesn't matter. If you reach it, it doesn't matter. And the second level of compensation is called area manager. And that's a level where the Arbonne says to you, this is how generous they are, that you do own your own business. Even though you're Arbonne, you have your own business. We will consider that an asset, and you can consider that an asset, and you can will your business should anything happen to you. So whoever you will it to can take over the business and continue it, or keep collecting the checks. And that happens, because you now have the business. And when you start it at this level, you're not going back to square one. Somebody gave you something and they're already at level 2. And that usually takes between 5 to 11 months. So they say, I have yet to make it. And I'm in my 12th, 13th month. And again, the compensation this is all monthly income, and also with a plus sign. And let me emphasize again, I'm in the entertainment business. I do this in addition to that. So whatever income I get from Arbonne, all right, is an addition. So it's a great way to get a second stream of income or an additional stream of income until it becomes so large you don't need the initial stream of income. So that's what's so great about the way this business plan works. Oops, I'm sorry. And the next level is a regional vice president. That's where you get the Mercedes. That's where you get the $800 to get yourself a white Mercedes. And that's a terrific level to be at. That people make from 5 to 8 and more a month. These are US dollars. And they say it takes 1 to 3 years. Trust me, those people who are making $8,000 and $10,000 a month, and it took them 4 years or 5 years, they are not complaining. It is something that you just keep growing towards, because it's not like skipping from one point to another point. As you grow, you're growing in between all this. So you'll go to 3,500 and you'll go to 4,000 and you'll go to 4,200 and then you get to 5. It's not you go from 0 to 5 or 0 to 8. You're growing incrementally all the way along the line. And the last level of the business model and compensation plan is what's called the national vice president. And here they're very generous. They up the Mercedes-Benz compensation to $1,000 a month rather than $800 a month. But at that level, I think you can afford it. And they say the average monthly income is $21,000 a month, but there is no ceiling. There is no cap. Anybody who tells you the sky is the limit is not thinking of Arbonne. And that usually is a 5-year plan, a 3 to 5 year plan. Again, some people are really very good at getting the volume, and they manage to do it in 3 years or 2 years or 1 year. Good for them. If it took you 7 years to make $21,000 more a month, all right, you will not be complaining. Right? So that's why I love the business model and the money involved in it and the financial freedom that Arbonne offers you. But on top of that, or in addition to that, what I love about Arbonne is I'm selling or educating people to products and a health sector of goods that I believe in. Believe me, I came out of advertising in New York, and one of the accounts I was working on, or some of the accounts I was working on at a big agency, creative side, always on the creative, were cigarettes. I hated it. I hated it every minute I was doing it. The money was great. I hated it. I am very proud to be doing Arbonne because the products are the best there is. They combine the best of science, nature, new technology. It's all plant-based, botanically inspired. They're certified vegan, gluten-free, kosher, who knows what else they are, but they are absolutely the best, purest, and safest that you'll find on the market. And the beauty is, because of the business model, you get them at an affordable price. And what makes them so great is what they don't have in them. They don't have animal byproducts or products of any kind, artificial sweeteners, formaldehyde, phthalates, which are tied to, the reproductive system diseases and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. They do not have any of that, and they are the purest there is. And one of the things that's so great, and this has been an education for me, is Arbonne goes by the European standards. Now, I really didn't focus much on this before I knew about Arbonne, but in the United States, yes, they have an EPA, yes, they have an FDA, yes, they have, but they're usually teethless organizations with very little power, very little ability to do anything. And the standard for the United States is very simply this: a manufacturer can put anything into a product they want to, and the only time it gets taken out is when it's proven to be bad, which could take decades. And we've seen that happen with baby care products, with everything like that, where companies have been called on the carpet or even cigarette or whatever it might be. And it's eventually they admit it and take the stuff out. The European standards is the exact opposite. Nothing gets allowed into a product until it's proven safe. Now, that's the standard I want to go by. And one of the reasons that has that is because, Europe has, national health care. So they want to do everything in their power to make sure their citizens stay healthy. The United States want to make sure that they do everything in their power to make sure that the companies get rich. So here we go. This is the whole way you do the business. I am working very hard now. This is the way you do the business. You stop buying whatever skincare products or nutritionals or shampoos or whatever else you're using that we use all the time, all right? And you're paying stores, who don't pay you a commission, who don't give you anything, and you're getting an inferior product. Quite frankly, that's what we've been doing. So we say stop doing that. Start buying from your own store, enjoy the benefits of the Arbonne products, learn about them. You're buying better products at a discount that you could never afford these products if they were in a store, and they would never be as pure if they were in a store. And then you get paid when others purchase Arbonne products from you. So that's it. You don't ship anything. You don't take any money. You just tell people about it. And that's it. You share it. You share with others how to do the same. And when they do it, Arbonne says, thank you very much for sharing it. Here's an additional. It's like we do referral marketing all the time, and we don't even know it. Whether it be a movie we saw, or a television show, or a restaurant we recommend to people, or shoes, or whatever it might be. And the companies give us nothing. The beauty of this business model is when we refer this to somebody, which is all we're doing, and we're trying to educate people, is that, and they purchase it, the company says, thank you. Here's $1 or whatever. Thank you. Thank you for increasing our business. Thank you. No restaurant will do that. So this is the way it starts. Everybody starts this way. This is my wife. All right. She started about 4.5, 5 years ago. None of these people were around. Well, I was around, but none of these people were around. Okay. And slowly but surely, she's built a great team. And they're doing it, and they're building teams, and I'm trying to build a team. And that's the way it works. And that's the beauty of building a network. And as I tell people, because I do a lot of networking events for the entertainment business, it's not the people, it's not me that's your network. It's me and the 1,000 of people who are my followers. That's your network. And that grows out. So you really need to realize, no matter what you're doing, I don't care what it is, whether it's Arbonne or you're a lawyer or whatever, networking is key and critical to success. So now you know what a great business model is. You know why the products are so great. You know why I'm so passionate about them. It's not for everybody. I'm just like I said, we're not twisting anybody's arm. I'm just telling you what's available, what's good about it, what we believe in it, why we think it works, and we see it works, and then it's up to you. But these are the reasons why we say that you should do it now. Get started now. Don't say, well, let me think about it for another 5 years. All right. In terms of compensation, these are consumable products, which is what leads to the residual income. I know I'm getting paid, not much, but I'm getting paid for shows that I wrote 30 years ago that are still running. All right. I don't, quite frankly, remember even writing them, which is probably a blessing. But the thing is that, that's what happens with residual income. So with this, when somebody orders a product and then they reorder it every month or every 2 months or every 6 months or whenever it is, you don't even know. You get a check. You get a thank you. Then it's the health and wellness sector of the economy, the biggest sector of the economy there is. As a matter of fact, I just saw an article, and I've been using it because we recently had New Year's, that the number one New Year's resolution of everybody was get healthy. I got to get healthier. Of course, that only lasts 2 weeks, but wouldn't it be nice if that lasted longer than 2 weeks? And that's what Arbonne offers you. And then the ability to leverage time. As we said, this is not a full-time job. This is a part-time job. It's on the internet. I can do it at midnight. It doesn't matter. Okay, so if I work 10 hours a week, let's say, and I have 4 other people who are working 10 hours a week that I managed to find who are just as excited and enthused about the products and the compensation plan, and they each work 10 hours a week, I'm now getting compensated for 50 hours of work, and I'm working 10. That's what we mean by leveraging your time. Plus the fact is, since it's on the internet, you're not held to 9 to 5. You could do it any time, day or night, weekend or weekday. And this is the part, I live in cyberspace. I live in cyberspace with the entertainment business. I live in cyberspace with just about everything. It's internet-based. It's all on the internet. We are working now, because Arbonne is in 6 countries, or 7 countries as I showed you. We are now working in those 7 countries from our kitchen table. That's the wave of the future. So I ask you, where do you see yourself? There are 3 ways to join. You could, just stick a toe in the water and just maybe host a party for a friend or somebody who comes to you or me. And I say, look, would you host a party for me? Invite some of your friends so I could tell them what I'm just telling you. And if I do that, Arbonne will give you products and benefits and everything else by saying thank you. Okay, that's just a simple thing. All you do, I'll plan the whole thing, or your upline will plan the whole thing, and they will run it, and you're just inviting your friends or people you know or colleagues. The other way is you could become a client and just use the product, bought at retail, right out of the catalog, paying the retail price, and enjoying the products. Okay, but as we say, we don't let friends buy retail, but again, it's your choice. You want to buy retail? That's great. Then they have what's called the preferred client program, or the loyalty program, as I mentioned to you. And that's where you sign up for $20, you become a preferred client, and that entitles you to all the discounts on all the products all year long, which can range anywhere from 20% to 50%, and you get extra bonuses and rewards and products and stuff like that for being a preferred client, for being a loyal client. If you're just going to use the products, which I totally recommend you do no matter what it is, I suggest you become a preferred client. All right. And of course, the last way is if you become what we call an independent consultant, whereas you decide to do the business. You're going to share and make a concerted effort to share the opportunity to make the kind of money and improve your health with other people that you don't know. Forget friends and family. That's not going to go very far. You're talking and dealing with people that you don't know, which quite frankly can be fun. And interested in them in it. And when they get interested in it, you build your business. And that's why we say this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is something that grows over time. Now, because it's performance-based, we can't give you a set amount of time and say in 6 months you're going to get a promotion, or in 3 months you get a promotion. It doesn't work that way. All right. But you will see, because you're in charge of your business. And if you wake up in the morning and say, I don't feel like doing anything today, that's up to you. It's up to you. It's all performance-based. So I can't think of a better story to tell anybody. And I ask them, just simply go back to doing their dreams. Remember their dreams. Remember when they said, oh boy, when I grow up, I'm going to get a lot of money and I'm going to do this. And if I had that, I would do this and I would become a race car driver or whatever it is. You can do this with Arbonne. If you get to the position where you have the financial freedom to do what you want, that is a huge blessing. I know in my business, I love the fact that I don't have to take a job on a show that I don't want to watch because I need the money. I can take a job or write a script or do whatever it is I want on something I'm passionate about. And the money will follow. And I remember when I got into the entertainment business, everybody kept talking about how risky it is, how this it is, how that it is, how could you do that? You're not making a salary and all that. And they're right. Right. My attitude at the time was very simply this. Maybe I was young and foolish, but it was simply this. I didn't want to look back in 5 years or 10 years and say, I wish I had. I'd rather try it and find out it doesn't work. I failed at it. I'm no good at it. I don't like it. It's not what I thought it would be. It looked better from the outside, whatever it might be, than have to say, I wish I had. I look at Arbonne as the same way. I don't ever want to say in 5 years' time, I wish I had, because in 5 years' time, I could be earning $20,000 a month working part-time. So I ask all of you, think of what you've heard here. Think of what you saw here. Think of what I've tried to tell you. And you can say, well, yeah, it's not going to work. It might work for you. It might work for them. It might work for whoever it might be. It's not going to work for me. That's not the kind of person I am. We coach you and carry you and hold your hand through the whole process because your success is our success. And so I ask you to ask yourself the question, what if it does work? How will that change your life? And I promise you, it will be enormously. So I thank you for listening. And that's it for now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Bill. Really appreciate it. And I can see why I've known for quite a while, but hopefully others can see why you've been very successful writing, very successful at UCLA, very successful at Arbonne. You have a great style and passion for the business, and we really appreciate it. And I know you're doing big things there. So again, I appreciate you being on. I'm going to let everyone go with just to say that next week we have Mark Hayford. Mark is very fiery type of person, if you've ever heard him speak, and if not, he'll be quite a treat for you. But he's just one of the next series of really great guests that we will have. We will have someone that you know very well, Bill, coming on in a couple of weeks. J. Todd Harris will be making an appearance.
Whoa! Is he really?
Yes. Is he
I've
been working on it for a long time.
Is he doing the business?
Yeah. Well, he's going to give the man's perspective from
from Amy.
From Amy doing the business.
Okay,
and the trials and tribulations of a spouse that is helping along. So and he'll be entertaining.
He's great
as ever.
Yeah.
And we have Clark Harrison's going to be on. I'm working on Chris Weilert and some others that we'd love to get on for you. So spread the word. Come back each and every week. As Claire always says, same bat time, same bat station. We'll be here next week at 6 p.m. with another great guest. And Bill, thanks again.
Oh, my pleasure.
We will see you guys all next week. Good night, everybody.
Bye.